Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How are you, students? Today we will start unit number 12, geometrical optics. First, we will define light. First, light. What is light? Anything which produce the perception of vision. Which produce the perception of vision is called light. Light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy. Dual nature. Light have dual nature. Wave nature and particle nature. Sometimes it behave like a wave and sometimes it behave like a particle. So light are electromagnetic in nature. Light are electromagnetic. Light is a form of energy. Light have dual nature. Sometimes it behave like a wave and sometimes it behave like a particle. So we will study the interaction of light with the mirror and lenses. So in this chapter, first we will study reflection of light. So when light ray, this is light ray, this is incident light ray. It is incidence on a surface. Here it strikes the mirror. When a light ray strike the surface of another medium, it bounces back in the same medium. So when light ray traveling in a certain medium falls on the surface of another medium, a part of it turns back into the same medium. So when this is called normal. This is called normal. This is called normal. This black line is called normal. So the angle between normal and incident ray, this angle is called angle of incidence. This is incident ray. This is a incident ray. So the angle between incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. And this is called reflected ray. This is called reflected ray. The angle of incidence, the angle between the normal and the reflected ray is called angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. So if the surface is smooth, then angle of incidence will be equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence and angle of reflection will be equal. This will be the statement. So when light ray traveling in a certain medium falls on the surface of another medium, a part of it will be bounce. A part of it turns back into the same medium. This is called reflection. Or otherwise, you can define a reflection in a different way. The bouncing back of light from the surface of another medium. The bouncing back of light from the surface of an other medium. Here, if a light ray strikes, the surface and it bounces back into the same medium, it is called reflection. Reflection is the bouncing back of light from the surface of an other medium. Laws of reflection. In laws of reflection is the incident ray, the normal, and the reflected ray at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. This is incident ray, this is reflected ray, this is normal. It will lie in the same plane. XY plane, YZ plane, ZX plane. These are planes. So the incident ray, the normal, and the reflected ray at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. It is in XY plane. It is also in XY plane. It is along Y axis. So it is in all lie in XY plane. Along X axis, along Y axis, between X and Y axis, between Y and X axis, this is same plane. So the incident ray, the normal, and the reflected ray at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. Second law is the angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, to the angle of reflection, the angle of reflection. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. It is incident ray, it is reflected ray. This angle is called angle of reflection, and this angle is called angle of incidence. Both these angles will be equal. Both these angles will be equal. This is the second law. It is also called Snell law. So the incident ray, the normal, and the reflected ray at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. The angle of incidence, second law is the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Now we will explain types of reflection. First, we studied that reflection of light. Reflection of light is the bouncing back of light from the surface of another medium. Laws of reflection: incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie in the same plane. The angle of the second law is the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Now, types of reflection. There are two types of reflection: regular reflection, irregular reflection. If the beam of light, the incident beam of light is parallel and it is reflected in a parallel way. If a parallel beam, if the light ray is incidence on the surface, if beam of light is incidence on the surface, and it is reflected in a parallel way, it will be, if it is incidence in a parallel way, it will be reflected in a parallel way. Then it is called regular reflection. But if the light ray is incident in a parallel way and reflected in unparalleled way, then it is called irregular reflection. Here the regular reflection is this one. These light ray are parallel and the reflected light ray are also parallel. So the incident ray, beam of incidence ray is parallel. So beam of reflected ray is also parallel. Here, this is the incident ray. This is incident ray. This is incident ray. It is parallel, but it is reflected in an irregular way, in unparalleled way, because this is reflected. This is reflected in a unparalleled way. This is also reflected in unparalleled way. So when a ray of light is reflected in a parallel way, regular reflection. If it is reflected in irregular way, then it is called irregular reflection. Nature of reflection depends on smoothness of the surfaces. For example, a smooth surface of silver reflects rays of light in one direction only. Irregular reflection: most of the objects in everyday world are not smooth on the microscopic level. The rough surface of these objects reflect the rays of light in many directions. Such types of reflection is called irregular reflection or diffused reflection. Reflection is the bouncing back of light. Reflection, bouncing back of light. Bouncing back of light. Bouncing back of light. Laws of reflection. Normal, incident ray, and reflected all lie in the same plane. Second law. Second law of reflection is incident angle of incidence will be equal to angle of reflection. The regular reflection, parallel beam of light is reflected in a parallel way. Irregular reflection, if it is reflected in a irregular surface, it's called irregular reflection. If reflection take place from smooth surface, the reflection is called regular. If it is take place from irregular surface, it is called irregular reflection. Now spherical mirrors. Any surface which bulges inward or outward. For example, this is a surface. If it bulges outward, for example, this surface is reflecting one, then it is called spherical mirror. If it is bulges inward, this surface is reflecting one. It is also called spherical mirror. So a spherical mirror is a surface which bulges outward or inward. whose one surface, either the inward the surface, this surface or this surface is reflecting one, whose one surface is reflecting one. A mirror whose polished reflecting surface is a part of a hollow sphere of glass or plastic is called a spherical mirror. In a spherical mirror, one of the two curved surfaces is coated with a thin layer of silver, followed by a coating of red lead oxide paint. Thus, one side of the spherical mirror is opaque and the other side is highly polished, reflecting one. For example, if this is a surface and light ray strikes this point and reflected in this way, here it is reflected in this way. So this surface is reflecting one. This surface is reflecting one. This surface is not reflecting one. So if any reflecting surface which blushes inward or outward is called spherical mirror. Or if any surface, if you take a spherical shape object and you cut it and take this part, take some of its part. If its outer surface is reflecting one or the inner surface is reflecting one, this is also called spherical mirror because it is a part of a circle. This spherical mirror, this mirror is a part of a circle. So it is called spherical mirror. There are two types of spherical mirror: concave mirror, convex mirror. Spherical mirror, types of spherical mirror, depending upon the nature of reflecting surface. There are two types of spherical mirror: concave mirror, convex mirror. Concave, whose inner side is reflecting one, whose inner side is reflecting one, whose inner side is reflecting one. This is called focus point. This is called focus point. So a parallel beam of light strikes. A parallel beam of light strikes the concave mirror, and the light rays are converged to a single point. Then it is called concave mirror. So if a spherical mirror, if a spherical mirror, if a spherical mirror blushes inward, whose inner surface is reflecting one, is called concave mirror. Or the type of spherical mirror which converges the light ray at a single point means this is converged. Light rays are collecting light ray at a single point. It is called spherical mirror. It is called spherical mirror. Here, a parallel beam of light strike the convex mirror, whose external side is polished one. It diverged the light ray. Diverged the light ray. Diverged the light ray. Diverge the light ray. Converge the light ray. Converge the light ray. If a mirror converge the light ray, it's called concave mirror. If diverge the light ray, it's called convex mirror. Convex mirror is also called diverging mirror. Diverging mirror is called diverging mirror. Diverging mirror. Convex is converging mirror. Convex is diverging mirror. Concave is a diverging mirror. So, if a spherical mirror diverge the light rays, diverge the parallel beam of light is called convex mirror. If converge the light rays is called concave mirror. Now concave mirror. A spherical mirror whose inner curved surface is reflecting is called concave mirror. In concave mirror, the size of the image depend on the position of the object. Position. Both virtual and real image depend on the position of the object. Both virtual and real image can be formed by concave mirror. This is concave mirror. virtual image can be obtained, virtual image, and you can obtain the real image also. A real image can be obtained on screen and virtual image cannot be obtained on screen. So we will study the detail of virtual and real image later in the coming lecture. Do remember that virtual image cannot be obtained on screen. Cannot be obtained on screen. Second, it is blurred. It is blurred. Real image can be obtained on screen. Can be obtained on screen. Can be obtained on screen. Second, it is clear. Real image, if this is object, real image will be inverted. Virtual image will be erect. Virtual image will be erect. Real image is inverted. These are some of the characteristics. Virtual image is blurred, cannot be obtained on screen, erect, सीधा. Inverted, real image is inverted, उल्टा, उलट होता है. Clear and can be obtained on screen. Convex mirror. Convex mirror is diverging mirror. Convex mirror always, the formation of virtual image can take place from convex mirror. A spherical mirror whose outer surface is reflecting is called convex mirror. In convex mirror, the size of the image is always smaller than the object. Only virtual and erect image is formed by a convex mirror. Here it is mentioned that only virtual and erect image is formed by a convex mirror. Remember this. Remember this. Convex mirror is diverging. Virtual image is formed. Image is always smaller in size. Smaller in size, not always, most of the time. Now, first pole. It is the midpoint of the curved surface of spherical mirror. It is also called vertex. This point is called pole. This point is called pole. From which, for example, this is a spherical mirror, concave mirror. If light ray hit this point, and reflected in the same way along the same line, and reflected at an angle of 180 degree, then this point is called pole. This point is called pole. It is the midpoint of the curved surface of the spherical mirror. It is also called vertex. Center of curvature. For example, this is a spherical mirror. Between these highlighted points, if you complete the circle, if this is the center of the circle, this is spherical mirror. This, the center of the circle, the center of the circle of which the spherical mirror consists is called center of curvature. For example, this is a circle. This is called the center of the circle. This is, you just cut this surface from the circle. You just cut this this point. So the lifted, the part lifted, the part lifted is the part of a circle. The lifted part from which reflection take place is a part of a circle. The center of that circle is called center of curvature. Center of that circle is called center of curvature. If you take a circle and you just take some of its portion, and if that portion is reflecting one, then the circle, the lifted portion from which reflection take place is a part of a circle, and the center of the circle is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. For example, you take this is the focus point. This is, if you multiply focal length with 2, if focal length is multiplied with 2, you will get the center of curvature. You will get center of curvature. So radius will be always equal to 2 times our focal length. This distance is called focal length. And this distance is called radius. Radius of a circle will be always 2 times that of focal length. But I will explain, so don't mean it. Only consider pole is the point from which the light ray is reflected at an angle of 180 degree. Center of curvature is the center of a circle, or the center of the spherical mirror. The center of the circle of which the spherical mirror consists. Radius of curvature is the distance between the center of curvature and the pole. The distance between this point and this point, the distance between these 2 points in a circle is called center of curvature. Principal focus. The point at which the light ray are converged is called principal focus. For example, here a parallel beam of light strikes the surface. This is the point at which light ray are converged. This is called principal focus. The point at which the light rays are converged. From this point, the light rays seems to be diverged. So the point from which the light rays are diverged is called principal focus. The point from which the light ray seems to be converged or seems to be diverged is called principal focus. After reflection from a concave mirror, rays of light parallel to the principal axis converge to a point F. The point is called the principal focus of the mirror. Hence, concave mirror are also called converging mirror, since rays actually pass through this point. Therefore, it is called real focus point. Focus. In the case of a convex mirror, rays parallel to the principal axis after reflection appear to come from a point if situated behind the mirror. In other words, ray of light appears to diverge from F. This point is called the principal focus of the convex mirror. Convex mirror are also called diverging mirror. The principal focus of a concave mirror is virtual focus because they reflect rays do not actually pass through it, but appears to do so. Now look at the diagram I will explain. This point is called principal focus. This point is called principal focus. It is for convex mirror, it is for concave mirror. In concave mirror, the light ray are converged to a point, and convex mirror, the light rays are diverged, seems to be diverged from F. This is called pole. This is called pole. This is called spherical mirror. This is also called spherical mirror. This is called center of curvature, because if you give it a circular shape, it will be the center of the circle. It will be the center of the circle. This is called center of curvature. This distance is called radius, and it is always 2 times that of focal length. 2 times that of focal length. Center of curvature is at a center of curvature. Center of curvature. Center of curvature is at a distance of 2 times that of focal length. 2 times that of focal length. If we join a focus point and pole, we obtain this line. We obtain the line. This line is called principal axis. This line is called principal axis. If we join focus point and pole, this line is called principal axis. This line is called principal axis. So convex mirror is diverging mirror. Concave mirror is converging mirror. This point is called pole. This point is also called pole. This is in concave mirror. It is in convex mirror. This is called principal focus. This is called principal focus. At this light ray seems to be converged. At this point, the light ray seems to be diverged. This mirror is called diverging mirror. It diverges the light rays. It's reflect the light rays in a different direction. It converges the light rays. Now focal length. Focal length is the distance. For example, this is pole and this is the focus point. This distance is called focal length, represented by small f. This distance, this is called principal axis. This line is called principal axis. I will change the color. Again, this distance, the distance between this point and this point is called focal length. Next diagram. This distance is called focal length. This distance is called focal length. This is principal focus. This is lens. This line is called principal axis. If you take this and this is pole, this is focus point, this is center of curvature, then this distance is called focal length. So the distance between the pole and the principal focus is called focal length. It is the distance from the pole to the principal focus measured along the principal axis. The focal length is related to the radius of curvature. Focal length will be always equal to half of radius. Half of radius. Radius will be equal to the distance 2 times that of focal length. 2 times that of focal length. Thank you, students. If you have any question, you can ask the question. WhatsApp the question. So today we studied reflection, the bouncing back of light, laws of reflection, in which the normal incident ray and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. The angle of incidence is the second law is angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, and many other points. I will just go to revise it. Reflection, bouncing back, laws of reflection, types of reflection, regular reflection, irregular reflection. If a parallel beam of light ray is reflected in a parallel way, called regular. If it is reflected in a irregular manner, it is called irregular reflection. Spherical mirror, which bulges inward, whose reflecting surface bulges inward or outward, is called spherical mirror. Convex mirror, concave mirror. Concave mirror is a converging mirror. Convex mirror is diverging mirror. Concave mirror, you can see convex mirror. Virtual images formed from convex mirror. Real image from concave mirror. Pole, the point from which light ray is reflected at an angle of 180 degree. The center of the circle, of which the spherical mirror is a part of that circle, is called center of curvature. A spherical mirror is a part of a sphere. The center of this sphere is called center of curvature. Radius, the distance between the pole and optical center. It is the radius of the sphere which spherical mirror is a part. The distance between center of curvature and pole. Principal focus, the point at which light ray seems to be diverged or converged. Focal length, the distance between the focus point and the pole. The distance between the focus point and pole is called focal length. Thank you, students. Wish you best of luck.